It didn't take long for Demon Slayer to explode, did it? A strong start, a well-built story, and a bit of ufotable magic were enough to shatter the wall that keeps most anime niche and push this series straight into pop culture and meme territory. So many of us are waiting impatiently for new seasons will cover our beloved anime, the follow-up to what I consider one of 2026's true breakout hits. So while we gear up we're going to relive some of the most epic, dramatic fights in Demon Slayer. I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's jump straight in. We start this list with the opening scene. The first episode is always one of the most important parts of any anime. It decides whether viewers stay for the ride or get off at the first stop. In my opinion, Demon Slayer nails its first episode. Our hero, Tanjiro, returns home to a nightmare. His family has been brutally slaughtered by demons. It's the kind of trauma that would haunt anyone for a lifetime, but it gets even worse. The only survivor, Nezuko, suddenly awakens as a demon just as Tanjiro tries to carry her to safety. Driven by raw demon instincts, she attacks the very brother she once adored. Tanjiro is completely outmatched, but before he's killed, he's saved by Giyu Tomioka. Giyu is ready to do what demon slayers do, kill Nezuko now that she's become a demon. Tanjiro throws himself between them, desperate to protect his sister. He's instantly knocked down by the far more experienced demon slayer, and then the impossible happens. Seeing her brother fall, Nezuko doesn't rush in to finish him off. She steps forward to protect him from Giyu instead. A demon protecting a human, her own brother. It's a shocking twist for a demon slayer who's never seen a demon show that kind of emotion, that kind of family bond. Nezuko becomes a special case, a crack in everything the demon slayers thought they knew about demons. That single moment becomes the spark that pushes Tanjiro onto an epic journey, a quest to turn his sister back into a human. The final selection boss fight absolutely deserves a spot on this list, so it comes in at number 9. In most shonen anime, there's a key moment, the first real battle, where the protagonist unleashes the power that will become their signature. Think of the first Rasengan, the first Getsuga Tensho, the first One for All smash. These scenes become iconic, and Demon Slayer is no exception. Facing a terrifying, experienced demon during final selection, Tanjiro is clearly at a disadvantage. He's inexperienced, his attacks are wild, and it feels like he's fighting a losing battle in this life or death test. But in the middle of this desperate struggle, Tanjiro finally breaks through. His reckless swings give way to a focused, precise technique. He unleashes water breathing, first form water surface slash. With one clean, decisive strike, he cuts through the demon, ending the threat and avenging Urokodaki's fallen students. It's the first real taste of Tanjiro's potential, and a clear sign that he's not just surviving, he's growing. In 8th place, we have Muzan Kibutsuji's first appearance. A main villain has one job the moment they show up: leave an impression you can't forget. One look at Muzan and you know he's not someone to take lightly. Michael Jackson jokes aside, he looks calm, refined, and deeply unsettling. We quickly learn that he's the first demon, the origin of them all. What's surprising is how early he appears in the story, stepping directly into Tanjiro's path instead of staying in the shadows. His screen time is short at first, but incredibly effective. We see how easily he blends into human society, hiding right in the middle of a crowded city without anyone noticing. Then, he shows what makes him truly terrifying. Right in front of Tanjiro, he casually creates a new demon, turning a human into a monster in seconds. Just as suddenly as he appears, Muzan slips away, leaving no trace behind. But one thing is certain, this won't be the last time he crosses paths with our heroes. Tanjiro has a long, dangerous road ahead of him. Next up is the battle against the Swamp Demons. For his first official mission, Tanjiro is sent to a town plagued by mysterious kidnappings. It doesn't take long for the culprit to appear, the Swamp Demon. But the danger is even greater than it first seems. The kidnapper isn't acting alone. There are actually 3 demons working together. Now Tanjiro is outnumbered, and the rookie demon slayer looks like he might be in over his head. At least, that's how it looks if he fights alone. But Tanjiro isn't alone. Enter his little sister, Nezuko. The same sister he's been desperately protecting for the past few episodes jumps into battle to protect a human, Kazumi, giving Tanjiro the opening he needs. With Nezuko holding off the demons on one side, Tanjiro can go on the offensive. It turns out his little sister is not just a burden or a mystery. She's a powerful fighter in her own right. The previews and visuals had teased this, but seeing it in action hits differently. This moment cements Nezuko as one of the key fighters on the Demon Slayer team, and it sticks in the minds of many fans. First impressions last, and if I had to score Zenitsu's first one, it wouldn't be very high. That doesn't mean he's a bad character, it just means he enters the story as the classic, cowardly, noisy comic relief. But if shonen anime has taught us anything, it's this: underestimate the goofy ones at your own risk. Zenitsu gets his time to shine in the very arc where he's introduced, the Drum House. Trapped inside with the Tongue Demon, Zenitsu does what he does best at first: panic and run! He's terrified, shaking, and completely overwhelmed. Then, when all hope seems lost, something changes. Zenitsu faints from fear, and that's when the real monster wakes up. In a trance-like state, he rises to his feet and reveals his true power. He unleashes Thunder Breathing, First Form, Thunderclap and Flash, cutting down the demon in a single lightning-fast strike, while still asleep. Suddenly, the screaming coward has become a deadly swordsman. Beware the goofy ones indeed.
雷の呼吸一の型霹靂一閃
Among the early battles in the series, one fight stands out in particular: the battle featuring the Tamayo Yushiro duo against 2 of Muzan's assassins. Tanjiro has just found something almost unthinkable: demons who are actually his allies. But the moment things seem to calm down, danger strikes. An assassin breaks through the house's invisibility barrier and launches an attack. The battle is on. Tanjiro is forced onto the defensive as deadly Tamari balls are hurled at him with terrifying speed and precision. For a while, it seems almost impossible to track their movements. Eventually, Tanjiro identifies the source of their pinpoint accuracy: a second demon hiding nearby, controlling the trajectories with arrow-like blood demon arts. Luckily, Tanjiro isn't alone here either. Nezuko moves in to take on one demon, giving Tanjiro the space he needs to focus on the other. After a grueling fight, the siblings and their new allies finally defeat the 2 demons. But there's a twist. Even with all that power, these enemies aren't members of Muzan's Elite 12 Kazuki. The fight still delivers some unforgettable moments though, including Nezuko playing kickball with those deadly Tamari, proving that she's been growing stronger on her own as time passes. Coming in at number 4 is the battle against the Spider Demon Mother on Mount Natagumo. Tanjiro's group arrives and is greeted by a horrifying sight: demon slayers attacking each other like puppets controlled by an unseen force. They themselves are soon pulled into the chaos. It doesn't take long before Inosuke, with his beastly intuition, tracks down the source of the problem. The culprit is a spider demon who can manipulate people like puppets with her threads. It's a terrifying ability, turning allies into weapons. The battle pushes Tanjiro and Inosuke to work together and adapt. Eventually, Tanjiro manages to reach the demon's mother directly. He finishes her off with Water Surface Slash, ending her control over the others. But her final words are a chilling warning. With her dying dying breath, she tells Tanjiro that one of the 12 Kizuki is on the mountain. This fight is the perfect way to kick off the new arc's battles. Puppeteer-type enemies can be hard to write and hard to make exciting, but this fight hits the right notes, with tension, emotion, and a great showcase of Tanjiro and Inosuke's teamwork. If there's a fight that gets the audience hyped for the next phase of the arc, this is definitely one of the best. Number 3 is Muzan's brutal massacre near the end of the anime's first season. Personally, I consider the Mount Natagumo arc the true climax of the season. What comes after is more of a cooldown, a chance for the characters to recover and breathe before the next storm. But even the so-called recovery arc delivers a scene that's impossible to forget. We see Muzan once again, this time surrounded by the lower moons, the lowest rank of his 12 Kizuki. Enraged by Rui's death, Muzan decides that the lower ranks have failed him for the last time. At first, it sounds like he's just going to disband them, but this is Muzan, we should know better. Instead of simply dissolving the group, he slaughters them one after another in cold blood. Only one survives, Enmu. Seeing potential in him, Muzan spares Enmu and gifts him more of his blood, turning him into the last remaining lower moon. It's a chilling display of what kind of boss Muzan truly is, a tyrant even his own demons fear. As for Tanjiro and the others, this is far from the last time Muzan's shadow will fall over them. To find out more, you'll have to watch the upcoming seasons. Continuing the countdown, we have the appearance of the Hashira, the Demon Slayer pillars, on Mount Natagumo. Sensing that something is very wrong on the mountain, the Corps sends in 2 of its elites. One of them is a familiar face, Giyu Tomioka. By his side is a new character, the graceful but deadly insect Hashira, Shinobu Kocho. They enter the battlefield and instantly turn the tide. Shinobu moves to the west side of the mountain, saving a poisoned Zenitsu in style and showing off her elegant, dance-like combat. Meanwhile, Giyu encounters Inosuke, who's been desperately struggling against a powerful spider demon. Giyu effortlessly finishes the enemy off, revealing something shocking. The demon that had Inosuke on the ropes isn't even one of the 12 Kizuki. For Giyu, it's just another obstacle to clear on his way to the real threat. He quickly sidelines the hot-headed boar boy and pushes forward. His appearance here is far from his last in the arc, but it's a critical one. For Tanjiro's group, the arrival of these elites is nothing short of a miracle. Without them, it's hard to imagine any of the kids making it out of the mountain alive. Finally, taking the #1 spot is the climax of the battle against Rui. Honestly, what else could it be? There are very few scenes in recent anime that can compete with this moment. Many fans consider it the crown jewel of the entire adaptation. Some scenes don't just stand out, they change everything. The climax of the Rui fight is one of those scenes. Backed into a corner, Tanjiro pushes water breathing to its limits, unleashing its final form. But when that alone isn't enough, something deep inside him awakens. He remembers his father's dance, the Hinokami Kagura. In that desperate moment, the dance of the fire god bursts to life, transforming his swordsmanship into something entirely new. At the same time, Nezuko's own power erupts. She unlocks her blood demon art, turning her blood into explosions that support Tanjiro's attack. Together, they turn the tide against the seemingly invincible Rui. The choreography, the animation, the music, it all comes together perfectly. This scene didn't just impress existing fans, it grabbed the attention of the entire internet, pulling in new viewers and turning Demon Slayer into a global phenomenon. And with that, we've reached the end of our list. It feels good to look back on one of the standout anime experiences of 2026, doesn't it? Demon Slayer impressed me so much that it pushed me to read the manga, and I was genuinely surprised by how many twists and powerful moments the story still had in store. Here's hoping we get a new season worthy of the inevitable success of the old seasons. Now it's your turn. Which moments do you think should have made this list? Tell me your favorite Demon Slayer scene down in the comments. I'll be reading them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps the channel. You can also subscribe to Anime Realms for more anime content and breakdowns just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.